This little thing right here might be one of the most exciting and innovating products we've seen in FPV for quite a while. If you're like me, when you want to go and fly around, you want to be comfortable, but I love digital systems. What I don't like at the moment is just how heavy some of those bulky modules can be on the front, or God forbid, you've got to take a ground station with you. So when I was sent this little test prototype from Betafpv, this is their Nano HD VRX. It can simply plug into your skyzones, and they said, do I want to test it? I was like, absolutely, but I need to make something really, really clear. What I have here is an extremely early prototype version, even earlier than what you can see the beta test sample versions that you can go and have a look at getting and look at some of the specs. That's going to be linked down below. This is even older than that. So there's a couple of things in the new versions that, if possible, that can't even be done with this. However, this is just a really cool product. I'm excited about it because I like to fly, I like to be comfortable, and if I can get this extremely small form factor of these cheap digital systems and use my sky zones, then I think that's like a step in the right direction that I would love all companies to start doing. Anyway, let's have a closer look, go for a fly, and I'll show you how it works and some of the things we'd like to change. Remember, this is just like a bit of a first look too. We'll do a deeper dive later down when we get some more official firmwares coming down the pipeline. So look, here it is. I'm just going to take it out, but I want to mention the fit straight away because I do think that this is going to be totally different in the final versions that you're going to get. But because it's a prototype version, mine does stick out a little bit. And I have to say, when I'm putting it in here, like there's a Sky Zone version and also a fatshark version, I am a little bit worried about this cable underneath. I'm worried that it's going to get broken or ripped because it is a very, very tight fit when it goes in here. Now, around the outside, you will notice you've got your two antennas, you've got your little 5-way button, record and back. It's a really simple, easy to use menu system. Like it binds up straight to the P1 that you would have seen, which is like the artlynk. You have a USB here on the front, which is kind of important because when this is inside your goggles, you've got your SD card slot right here. There's no way to access that. So if you want to get the DVR from your flights, you're going to need to plug it in by USB. Now, let me just carefully slide it in here to my module bay. All right, so I've clipped it in there. You can see it does need a little bit of work. We've got the fan on the front, but you will notice right here, there is two ports. There's one right here. This is where you get like a power cable that you can power it with. However, you see in my flight video in just a second, I've got a little cable running here, and that's how you need to connect up and power it separately. In the final versions, or in the ones that are releasing now, you don't need to do that. So this is for how I've been powering it, but there is a version now I know that's on the website, and I've seen like some install instructions and things as well where I can modify this and go and change it. But in the versions that are going to come out, you can just simply power this from inside your goggles. So you don't need to have a separate power cable running across the front right here. And then this part, you simply have a little HDMI cable, plug this in. That's how it's going to connect up to your goggles. You're not going to be able to get video through here, through the pins that are already in here. You will need to still use HDMI. All right, we're just going to jump straight into a flight here because there's nothing terribly exciting. Excuse the oscillations and the vibrations that you see, but this is because one of the little propellers was actually hitting the battery and I didn't notice it straight away. And I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to keep flying. I'm going to have a good time. But you can see there I am flying around with the P1 system and the smallest module that I've ever seen for digital. I am so stoked for the future of FPV and what that means. Can you imagine if you could get like a HD0 module this size or a walk snail avatar module this, any of the modules like this? I've got to give it to Betafpv. Like, it's very, very exciting. But I want to stress, this is still very, very early days. Like, this is a prototype thing. This is something that I'm excited about. It's going to be totally different. The link down below as well, it's not even going to be to the final version. I think that's like for the beta test version, which is after this one here as well. So if you want to have a look, use at your own risk. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Big one for me, I think this is going to change how a lot of people look at digital, because I saw a picture the other day and it was of like a HD0 goggle. It might have had walk sound on the front and analog on the side. It was the most feature packed, like incredible feature list that you will get on a goggle. However, the only thing I thought was like, man, that's got to be uncomfortable while it's sitting on your head. I'm all about just going to the field, having a small, easy to use footprint that I can rip around and have a good time. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think. Do you want more digital modules like this? I want to be really clear. I'm not telling everybody that this is perfect. There's definitely some things that we can do in here, like the fit needs to be a little bit better. I'm worried about the ribbon cable. If we could get a better HDMI cable here, maybe one that is a little right angle. I like that it's already been fixed and we don't have to worry about powering it across the front, at least on the sky zones. And then the best part, you can use the gear that you already have and already love to enjoy the system. So like there's a separate fatshark version. So if you've got a set of fatsharks, there's a version that you can use. If you've got skyzones, there's a version that you can use. Or like the fit should be a little bit better. Don't look at the fit of this one because this is like incredibly early. Anyway, let me know what you think. If you are interested in finding more about this little module, subscribe, because as the firmware comes out, there's going to be a full deep dive testing video and everything that I'm doing on this compared to some other systems. And as always, happy flying. This is probably the most important part about DIY FPV. I've done FPV for over 10 years. When I started FPV, there was nothing online. There was no YouTube videos. I can remember having conversations with Joshua Bardwell when we had me and him. I can remember looking like, oh, who's going to get to 1,000 subs first? And I remember being like, oh, Joshua Bardwell's got 300 subs. I'm on like 250, whatever it was. Like, this is like over a decade ago. That's how small the numbers were. There was no community, no one online, no one doing anything. I went to the local hobby shop and I said, I saw this thing online. I saw one video where someone was flying a drone in the snow. I want to kind of do that. And he said, that doesn't exist. You would need to make your own community. You should buy one of these big planes that had like petrol or I don't know, like you put gasoline in it. I don't know. And I was like, no, thank you. I went home and I started making my own content here. I started teaching people about it, but this site still didn't exist. Now, DIY is our first real home for the hobby, made for everyone, completely free, that is bringing everything that I wished we had when we started. When I started this, I wish there was a place that I could easily share all my videos, have chats with other people. I wish things like the catalog where I want to find out exactly what I want to get. And it compared all the sites. I didn't have to look at Google or any of those sponsored things in here. There's like, we've got a marketplace. Maybe you want to sell some secondhand gear. We've got the builder showing where you can put things together and how they all wire up. We've got like the map so you can have a look. Oh, where are the pilots in my local area? How can I send them a message? How can I meet up to get flying? We've got resources. Oh, you want a simulator? We got you covered. You want to have a look at a goggle comparison tool so you know which one is correct? What does it actually look like? Oh, we can also do that. Oh, how does some HT0 walk snail look? Oh, here's the exact same image. That's what it looks like. Maybe you want to decide you've got flying with your friends, but someone's using analog and someone's using walk snail and you're not too sure how it goes. Have a look at our channel organizers. You want to make sure you're like under FCC rules and you need to narrow those bands and you're worried about intermodular distortion, which is actually just like, how can I fly without stomping on my friend's video? We have you covered. This is the website that I dreamed of when I started FPV, and it is our first, what I believe is the real home for the hobby. So a huge thank you to everybody who was part of it. If you would like to support it, just simply jump on here. Maybe go into the build a part, or do something in the discussions page. Maybe you've got a really cool video you want to share. Maybe you've got some questions. Just help me grow DIY FPV for the real home of the hobby. And what I think I can truly prove after 10 years is how much I love people getting flying, how much I want people to have an amazing time in this hobby. Because I'll tell you something, the most important thing in FPV, it is you. You deserve to have the most information. You deserve, FPV changes our lives, and DIY FPV is the website that is going to help people get flying and have that incredible time. Why? FPV community, it just has such a positive impact on our lives. So huge thank you to everybody who is part of DIY FPV. And if you are not part of DIY FPV, just go check it out.